Even with the Wizard here, and as y'all know by now, the 2016 MacBook Pro was introduced in October, but they finally finished releasing them in November. But yeah, as you all know, it has the F function keys taken out, replaced with a touch bar and Touch ID where the power button used to be. And you get it in space gray or silver. But the huge disadvantage is it only has USB-C on the side for the ports, no MagSafe, so that's not good. It's skinnier, has a better Retina display, and the disadvantage, which I hate about the new MacBook Pro, which this is not it, this is my personal one. The huge disadvantage of the new MacBook Pro is nothing is upgradable in it, not even the SSD, because it's soldered onto the motherboard, everything is. So if your SSD breaks in your computer, then you'll have to get a whole new motherboard. And what do you think of my S2016 Christmas wallpaper? I made it. Yeah. But the reason I'm going to go ahead and say I got my MacBook Pro right before the new one came out because I didn't hear nothing about it. So I figured this was the newest one, and they didn't want to release another one until later on, so I got this one, and whoop-de-doo, they released a new MacBook Pro, which turns out to be a piece of junk. So I like this MacBook Pro, the 2015 model, for reasons. And it does have the Force Touch trackpad, and it has the keys right here where they travel down further, like old keys. On the new MacBook Pro, it has butterfly switches, which I use on my keyboard for my MacBook Pro, my external one, Magic Keyboard 2. It's in a different location right now, and the trackpad tracks nicely. The thing on the MacBook Pro, the new Mac touchpad, is bigger, which it goes to right there, I think. I don't exactly remember. And the arrow keys cover up all of right there. And you can use the new touch bar for various applications like Photoshop, iMovie, any messages. It'll pull up the emojis on the touch bar. The thing I think is better about the 2015 MacBook Pro is it still has the glowing Apple logo, unlike the new one. Excuse me, guys. It still has black keys on the new one, which I like the black keys instead of the white keys. Try not to scratch my computer up. It has bigger feet, even though these were just on a case. The feet are bigger on the old MacBook Pro because they're tinier on the new one. So, from what I hear or think, in my opinion, if you drop an iPhone 6, like let's just say this is from my experience at one time when I owned an iPhone 6. I dropped it from a table about this high onto the concrete floor, and it demolished the screen. So what I think is, if you have a new MacBook Pro and you drop it from that height and it's opened and it lands on the screen, then you're gonna total your computer and have to get a new one. So wouldn't want to spend that kind of money on a new computer, because these are thicker, making them probably more durable. And I have a case on this one which is for extra protection because I like it. It's purple, which I don't know what I should call this computer now because it's not very much blue anymore. It's more of a indigo color. But personally, I like the 2015 MacBook Pro better. But I wouldn't mind owning a 2016 one. It's just the thing about it is you have to get adapters, which USB-C is really unusable right now, but it will be very useful in a few years when everyone's on it. So, yeah. This is my opinion on the 2016 MacBook Pro. I may have done a video like this already, but that's just, I feel like making another one because there's a lot of buzzing going on about it. I just want to state my opinion on it. So, if y'all are thinking about buying a 2016 MacBook Pro that just came out, then I wouldn't really recommend it. Like, if you got one that's this model from 2015, then I would just stick with it and upgrade in a few years. because right now USB-C isn't usable, and that computer's probably not durable. And from what I hear, which Foxconn is going to move one of their plants over to California so that Apple can make their products in the USA, because Donald Trump said that if you make your products in a different country and bring them over here to sell them, then you'll have a 30% tax on there on your products. So if you're trying to sell me a product that was made in another country, I'm not trying to be offending to anyone, but if you bring another product from a different country that's not in the USA, then you'll have a 30% tax on it. But if y'all think I'm trying to be offending, I'm not, so get out of my face. This cover is a spec cover for anyone who would like to get one similar to this. You can find them at Best Buy. And the computer I got from Best Buy, which they're unfaithful, so if you're looking for this case, buy it online or get it somewhere else, because I wouldn't go to Best Buy. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and hope this helped you on if you want to buy the new MacBook Pro. So have a good night, guys.